Hey, hey. Okay, let's see. Hello, welcome to my kitchen. I have you kind of close up to what I'm doing versus, too far away, but so you're kind of gonna see. Oh, let me see if I can get a little bit more of an angle there. All right, there we go. There's a little bit of my face. Okay, hello. I am a hot mess in the kitchen, so just going live and doing these demonstrations does stress me out. So I will say that up front. I am. It gets my anxiety up. So we're gonna do this anyways. I've got my recipe here that I printed out. I did get it from my Pampered Chef consultant. I just printed it out, and that way I have it to reference right here instead of on my phone since I'm on my video phone, my phone. When you get on, say hello. All right, so what happened is I am an Epicure consultant, so you'll see me using a lot of Epicure products. I don't have a lot of Pampered Chef products yet. But I was gifted my mom gave this to me. So I have the Rock Crock. So I want to tell you a little bit about that really quick because I'm super excited about it. Because it is safe to use on the stovetop, which is what we're going to do today, the oven, the broiler, the microwave, and the grill. It does tell you where your lid is safe to use. So when we broil today, which will be my first time ever broiling, isn't that probably sad, right? You do not put the lid on it then. So there's the information regarding the crock pot, and it just says that because of its high heat, the crock pot performs best when the interior bottom surface is covered with food, oil, or liquid while cooking on the stovetop. This prevents hot spots or dry areas that can damage the glaze. So some notes there since it's brand new to me and I'm just using it for the first time and I'm super excited. So Pampered Chef Rock Crock. I want to get the slow cooker stand for it so I can turn it into a slow cooker. But then the rest of the stuff I'm going to use, like I said, is Epicure. So first thing, our ingredients, I'll go through those as we cook. And so we're going to go right into preparation since I've already got all my ingredients out. You just can't see them from this angle. So I'll show them to you as I use them. So it says preheat the broiler. I've literally never used the broiler, and I actually have a new air fryer that does all the different things. So I'm going to put it to broil, and I'm going to, it started it at 450 degrees. So it did not tell me how high to have it. So we're going to try it just like that. We're going to put start. So it should be preheating, it says. Perfect. Okay. Remove the florets of broccoli from the stem of the broccoli and then slice into florets. Cheating. And since I really know that I love the way that this is cooked, as far as how done it is in the microwave, I'm going to probably just throw this in the microwave and then I'll throw it in the pot to get the seasonings on there later. So this side up. Dominic's going to come in here. Just put it down, baby. That's fine. In 5 minutes, we're going to do a lot of kind of cheating along the way. So we've got our florets in the microwave for 5 minutes. It's in the steamer bag from just Walmart, so we're not having to prepare our broccoli. Place the sausage into the Pampered Chef Rock Crock Everyday Pan. Cook over medium heat for 4 to 6 minutes. Using the ground meat separator, break into sausage crumbles. Okay, so the ground meat separator, I absolutely love, love, love. And that's why it's not in my drawer, I think. Because I already used, no, there it is. Okay. So this is a ground meat separator. I don't have, I'm not going to chop it. I'm just, today, right? Because what I'm doing is I was going to get more sausage and I'm like, you know what, I have a little bit left. It is not quite 2 links. This says that we can substitute 2 links with the casings removed. This is not, this is like maybe 1. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this for the first time. If I love it, I'll make it again using the correct ground up sausage. But for now, we're just going to use what I have. And if it's really, really good, I'll probably use it as a side dish if we have any leftovers with chicken breasts as well. And I'm going to just take my Epicure scissors and I'm going to just cut it. I have had before with this sausage, I have had just in slices. I have used it in Alfredo with broccoli and noodles. So this time we're going to use marinara, and so this isn't, like I said, this is not the hot Italian sausage it calls for. This is just, I think this is turkey sausage, and I'm just going to cut it. Like I said, we'll use the correct one next time. So we're also not going to cook this as long because I don't have as much sausage. But I'm just gonna, when I used it before, I just used like a slice like this. When I've used it before in noodles and pasta, and I know I like it just like this, so I'm just gonna cut it a little bit smaller since this recipe calls for ground, and that way we'll have some sausage, hopefully in every bite. Like I said, I should have twice as much of this as sausage, but I don't, so that's okay. I didn't want to wait, I wanted to try out my new kitchen fun. So I am hosting a Pampered Chef party. If you like what you see with the Rock Crock, or if you know that you love Pampered Chef products, or if you just want to check them out. I did not realize how much I was going to love them. So let me know, and I will send you the information to join table at the party. So I'm going to turn this on. It's at medium to medium heat, and we're just going to let that work a little bit. Like I said, I should have double the amount of sausage probably, but we'll just let that kind of warm up a little bit. We would normally, like I said, use a separator and take that and mash it into crumbles, but we're not going to do that today. Okay, so then it says to press garlic into the pan. Your garlic calls for, I should have said that. I think I said this is 1 medium head of broccoli that we were supposed to use, which is 3.5 cups of just broccoli florets. Then we have it would be 3 garlic cloves that I could press into this. I'm going to use my garlic at the end, and I'm just going to use garlic powder. So we're going to skip that for now. Stir in the broth, marinara, broccoli, and pasta into the pan. Okay, so I did not cook my broth ahead of time because it's going to cook in here. So I have 1.5 cups of broth is what it calls for. 1.5 cups low sodium chicken broth. I'm going to use my vegetable broth. On here it says 1 cup of water for 1.5 teaspoons of the seasoning. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of seasoning since we have 1.5 cups of water. And if you have any questions, because I didn't slow down for that, let me know, because I can put this recipe in the comments too when I get off of the live. So we're going to just add that in to, that's the 1.5 cups of the broth seasoning with the water, because remember it said to cover this pan while stuff is cooking to get, oops, sorry, so it'll cook evenly. So I'm just going to take, I love my silicone utensils, because now, see how all of that seasoning stayed in there? I can just scrape and get that seasoning, you know, and I could have put it straight into here. I guess that's what I would do next time. I put my water straight into my pan and then put my seasoning straight into my pan. But I wanted to see what I'm saying. I get nervous and stressed out. Okay, so then I need 1.5 cups of marinara. So I have, I'm going to use the marinara from Epicure Seasoning. And again, I could have cooked this ahead of time, but it's going to cook in there, so it's all good. So let's see. I need in my life the Pampered Chef can opener. I'll tell you that right now. So I need to put that on my wish list because I know that I want it and I forgot to actually write it down. Okay, so in here I'm going to put 1.5 cups. Let me make sure. 1.5 cups marinara sauce. So this is just tomato sauce. 1.5 cups. And then I did the math beforehand and I didn't like the math for what this recipe calls for. So we're just gonna do I think I went with a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of this seasoning. So 2 teaspoons of the broth, 1 teaspoon of this. I may add a little bit more. Let's see how it looks. So I'm down here. Woo! Splashing everywhere. Yeah, I could definitely use probably 1 more teaspoon of the marinara. So I love our 4-in-1 spice spoon. Has all of the measurements you need. Fits right in our bottles. So there's that. So, and I'm just mixing it up a little bit. And again, I could have put this straight into the pot so I can mix it in there. But we're going to put that in there. And I also think this might be my first time making like a one pot meal. Well, maybe not. I think I've made, well, no, I don't know. I don't think I've ever cooked the noodles right in with the sauce. So I love this idea of the one pot meal. Absolutely love it because less dishes. Had I put the broth and the marinara right in there, I wouldn't have had these dishes. This dish. Okay, not the scraper either. So, all right, now we're on number 3. We're still on 4. Increase the heat to high. We need to put our pasta in though. It's 3 cups of medium shells pasta. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go with some macaroni and like elbow-ish shells. I already measured it out to make sure I had 3 cups. So it's a little bit less than 3 cups, but since they're smaller noodles, I think it'll be fine. Again, if I like the way that this tastes, then I will buy all the correct ingredients and make it again. But if not, what was really wonderful about my Pampered Chef consultant is when I told her I wanted to host a party to get some goodies for free and half price, because I have a big wish list going. She sent me, she goes, what do you have already? And I told her I just was gifted the Rock Crock, and she sent me over a couple recipes. And she said she could send more, if I needed more, but there was a couple in there I liked, including this one, so I'm excited. Okay, so we just we brought the heat up to high. We're going to cook that for 7 to 9 minutes or until pasta is cooked. So what I'm going to do is set my timer for, let's do 6 minutes, because I didn't put my broccoli in there yet. My broccoli is in my, up here, okay? So now, if I was using all fresh ingredients during this 5 minutes, I have more ingredients that I could be preparing. So it does call for a 1/4 cup basil, fresh basil leaves. I don't have fresh or dry, so I'm not going to chop those, because that's what I would do next, is chop the fresh basil leaves. Then it says processed croutons. You would need 1 cup of croutons. I don't have croutons. I had some, my mom actually, I was telling her I was going to make this. She had some panko breadcrumbs that she gave me. And so there's about 1 cup in there. I didn't want to open the other package. I'm not huge on the toasted toppings. So I'm going to try it because maybe I've grown and I'll like them better. But there's about 1 cup of processed breadcrumbs already, so I don't need to manually process it. So that's what I would be doing right now during, from the recipe while this is cooking. And then remove the processor blade. Let's pretend I just processed this with a manual food processor from Pampered Chef, which I think is a great tool, and I may need that as well. I would take the blade out, and then I would add in 1/2 cup of fresh Parmesan cheese. Again, I don't have that. So I've got 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese here. It's what I had in the fridge. I have Italian style cheese. So this one, you would not cut or process your fresh Parmesan cheese. You would just have it into your breadcrumbs, because we're going to use that at the end. Okay, and then remember I said I didn't add my garlic yet, so I'm going to add that, I think, when I add my broccoli. So we would normally stir to combine these two. I'm just going to put it over it separately. It's not a big deal. Okay. So then we would remove the pan from the heat and stir in cream cheese. And I don't listen. Have you guys noticed that, Mom, when you watch this? You can attest to everyone that I don't listen. That was my preheat for my broiler, and it looks like it's ending, so maybe I missed the whole situation. I may have to turn it back on. But since I don't listen, I'm not going to use, it says you can use reduced fat cream cheese. I'm just going to use some mozzarella like you would in a lasagna. So I'm going to grab that. Okay, so I just have some mozzarella cheese that I will be using. I don't know how much just yet. Let's see. I need 4 ounces or 1 cup of that. So let me get This won't matter if I put it in with the liquid because it's going to go in here in just when we remove this from the heat. So I'm going to get 1 cup of mozzarella, which usually my handful is a cup. Let's see. Let's find out. Yep. Okay. So there's 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, and what else? I think that's it. So we still have 2 minutes and 30 seconds on this. I'm going to go ahead, and I needed 2 more minutes though after that. This is to cook my pasta, and I think I'm supposed to stir occasionally. And my pasta is definitely not cooked yet.
Why is there something in my face?
So we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and I cannot see any comments or anything if anybody jumped on. So I will post this recipe in the comments. And like I said, if you want to join my Pampered Chef party, let me know. If you happen to see this way later, because I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm on Facebook Live, but I'm going to also add it to YouTube. So if you happen to see this video, once you're on, once my party's done, because my party runs through Thursday, April, I think it was like, I don't even know what today is. It's like the 24th, I think. It ends, and 2023, by the way. So if you watch this past then, just comment and let me know, and I'll get my consultant for you to either have you host a party to get some free goodies, or that you can shop with her. So now we're kind of just playing the waiting game. I'm gonna close up my seasonings that I used. I can save. I happen to have some more of the sauce in here, so I can save that. And then I think we're ready. Let's see. We got a minute left. I don't want to put my broccoli in there too early since it's technically cooked, and I don't want it to get too soggy. So we're just going to put that in for the last 2 minutes.
I'll help you cut him.
We can learn more about our broth crock, right? Let's do that real quick. So we're not just listening to me talk. I can't pause it because it's Facebook. So let's see. Okay. Stovetop, always match the diameter of the cookware to the stovetop burner. So I believe I have it on my larger burner, so we're good there. Position the pan centrally over the burner. We have for gas stoves, flames should not extend beyond the base of the cookware. So see, you can't see any flames over here. That's what it's saying, is to not have the flames coming up and over. Amount of time varies per stove top. As needed, gradually increase heat up from medium to high when browning foods. Because the pan retains well, continue to adjust heat levels as needed during the duration of cooking. Only use high heat when bringing liquids to a boil. So let me make sure I wasn't supposed to reduce heat to medium and cook. Oh, see? I was supposed to just boil it. Let's see if it boiled yet. Yeah, we're boiling. Cool. Okay, I don't think I was last time. So we're going to take it back down to medium. It was just to bring it to a boil.
He loves cake.
So that worked out fine. And then now we're back on medium to cook. Good thing I read it, huh? Okay. For best release of foods, use oil or butter. It's normal for fond to develop on the cooking surface. Follow deep cleaning directions if needed. Okay, you can use this on a barbecue or outdoor grill. The pan is safe to use on charcoal or gas grills, on direct or indirect heat. Do not use on a campfire. Lid is not grill safe. The refrigerator or freezer, pan and lid are refrigerator and freezer safe. Not intended for long-term storage. Never use non-stick sprays. It can mess up the coating, so you want to just coat it. You could spray the spray maybe onto like something else, a paper towel. You don't want to spray it directly onto there. Cleaning care, we're not going to go there today. Invert the lid to nest during storage. And do not stack with other pots to prevent scratching. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we're going to take our broccoli. Since it's already cooked, again, we cheated. And we're just going to throw that in here. We're still boiling. Good. Okay. Throw our broccoli in there. We're going to stir that in. I'm going to set this kitchen timer for 2 more minutes to continue cooking the noodles. and to get these seasonings into the broccoli. So I'm going to stir that in really quick. And if you're watching, let me know, how do you like your pasta? Do you like it firmer or more al dente? Is that how we say it? I like mine more firm than not. I don't like it when it gets soggy and full of the liquid inside the noodle itself. I like the liquid on the noodle, not in the noodle. Okay, we're looking really good. Definitely needs that extra sausage, but again, we're just trying it. If it's delicious, I'll make it again with more sausage. And if we need to have more protein, oh, by the way, this would be a great time if I had the Enrichables yet, which is the whole reason I'm doing my party, is to get the Enrichables. The Enrichables from Pampered Chef is how you can sneak protein and veggies by just using like a scoop of powder into your meal. So since I don't have enough protein in here, I could have taken my protein Enrichable and taken like a half a scoop, since I have about half as much protein already in there. And I could have added in some more protein. So that I think, so Carlin, for example, he had some mac and cheese earlier because he eats basically no protein at all. And I could put the Enrichables into his foods as well as the veggies to sneak some more nutrients into my picky eater's diet. So Dominic is okay. My mom actually made Dominic some dried spinach and ground it up. He'll sprinkle this on his mac and cheese all the time, and he does at least eat some protein. So, but still, to sneak some more into both of them is definitely a bonus. So I'm super excited about that with Pampered Chef. And so we're down to 5 seconds, so we should be pretty good. I think our noodles are looking, I'm going to check one, I think. But they're looking good. Everything looks nice and covered and cooked in our sauce.
Don't worry. I will put into bread.
Oh yeah. Okay. Perfect. So we don't have the basil. So we would stir in the cream cheese here. So we're going to remove from heat. So I'm just going to switch sides here. Remove from heat. No, I'm not going to do it like that though, Michelle. Silly girl. Good to know though, right? We turned the heat off already so we won't burn our towel. Scoot that over. We're going to pour in our cheese. So this would be cream cheese. Pretend that I've got cream cheese here. This is actually mozzarella instead. And I just threw it all over the floor. Marcianne asked in my party who is a messy cook, because she said she's a messy cook, and I said I was cleaner than Chris. Chris would have all kinds of liquid, especially if see how full the pan is. If he was cooking, he would have liquid and broccoli and noodles and probably sausage all over the stove. It drives me insane. I do have one piece of cheese on the stove, which my dogs will totally enjoy because the rest of it is on the floor. So cleaner than him. Maybe I'm really not cleaner than him. Maybe I just get it on the floor instead of the stove. So are you clean cook or messy cook? Okay, so it said remove from heat, stir in the cream cheese and basil, which we're using the mozzarella cheese. Then it says sprinkle the crouton mixture evenly over the pasta. Okay, and I lost my broiler, remember? So I'm going to turn that guy back on. He was still hot. So broil, start. Okay. It says it's not preheating, so it's still hot enough that I don't need to preheat. So I'm just going to take my croutons and my Parmesan cheese, which I did not mix up, and I'm going to put it over my pot here. And that was a really good amount. So that's perfect. Okay. So there's my breadcrumbs or my processed croutons. And here is my, pretend like it's fresh Parmesan cheese, because it's not. This is going to be, Chris will love this. He likes Parmesan cheese and the breadcrumb situation more than I do, but that's okay. It's an experiment, and like I said, maybe I've grown to learn to love it. And I had a little clump there. So we're going to take it and we're throwing it in the broiler for 1 to 2 minutes, just browning the top. So it's at 450 degrees, so we're going to be very, very, very careful. My mom taught me a trick. By the way, I just started cooking like just over a year ago in October. I don't enjoy cooking. So all I did, I can turn you around here. And maybe I can't turn you around. I'm going to show you my broiler real quick. So everything just fell. Messy cook. So there's my broiler. I just pulled my,
You broke your phone.
what do you call it? I'll put you right here.
Ruh-roh.
That, oh no. Okay. Okay, this is why I always get embarrassed about cooking. So I'm going to throw my whole pan in the broiler for 1 to 2 minutes. I think Ben just jumped on. Hi, Ben. Aren't you glad you have a wife that is amazing at cooking and not doesn't probably stumble around? So we're just going to set that for 1 to 2 minutes. So we're going to do 1.5 minutes. That's it. So for 1.5 minutes, we're going to let that bake. And I wish I had done just a regular video because I could pause it. But in the meantime, oh, that's really bright. That's it. I'm going to clean up and we'll pull that guy out in just a second. And I wonder how long, it doesn't tell me how long I've been live on here, but I'm interested to see how long that took. It would have taken me about 5 minutes beforehand, maybe, to get all my ingredients together. So for total time, we would add about 5 minutes. And otherwise, I bet that was done in less than 20. What do you guys think? Can you tell how long the video's been on and I've been yammering at you guys? Okay, see yeah. That's it, y'all. Comment and let me know if you want to host a Pampered Chef party so I can get you with my consultant. Oh goodness, you can see how messy everything is. And then if you need any information on the Epicure products I use as well, let me know. That's the marinara, the vegetable. I never put my garlic in, you guys. See what happens? Oh well, that's okay. I will learn to go ahead and put it in the beginning so I don't forget it. And I can always sprinkle some on top. Not a big deal. Chris will want to add salt anyways usually, so we can use the garlic salt. He can use that and I'll just use a little bit of garlic powder. So, 5 seconds left, so let's see if it's ready. Let's see. Let's see if you can stand up a little bit. There you go. It's not quite brown. I'll let it go for like another minute, but I will pull it out and show it to you. And I'll take a picture when we're done because I'm not going to keep the video going for too long. So you can see what it looks like. And then it'll be a little bit browner on top, obviously. And I'll take a picture afterwards. So thanks for watching.